family. I thought I would hop on and just do a quick live. And yes, I've been crying. Yes, I look terrible. No, I'm not wearing makeup. Let's see what other excuses and disclaimers can I give you. Keep bringing it up, and I really don't want to put it in my Saturday video. I filmed part of Saturday's video, but certainly not done. And a lot of you have questions, and that's really understandable. I live in town, and foxes do not belong in town. Sometimes when they're doing, hi, whoever jumped on, when they're doing a lot of new housing building, sorry about the ding dongs, it will push them into town. Or sometimes I've learned a little bit about foxes. If they're expecting or they have a little family, they will move in closer to town because it puts less predator pressure on them. I never in a million moons thought that a fox could climb a 6-foot fence. It absolutely did. I watched it leave. Oh, thank you, Kathy. I'm traumatized, guys. You might as well just know. And it's going to take me quite some time to get through it. I was sitting right here. I heard just awful squawking. By the time I got out, he'd already gotten 2 chickens. Marigold, rest in peace, and Jolene. They were both just lying there. So I saw the fox go over the fence, and I thought, well, I need to get the chicken buried so that it doesn't, or chickens buried so the fox doesn't come back and keep nibbling. So I put my girls in the run, which I do think is predator proof. I can no longer leave the doors open because it's open at the top. I'm gonna have my handyman, Mr. Steve, comes tomorrow, and we're gonna see what we can figure out. I may buy another full-size chicken coop and butt them up together somehow. I don't know. So by the time I got a shovel, the fox had come back and was trying to take Miss Marigold, who was gone, with him. But I scared him off. Honest to goodness, guys, if I'd have had a gun handy, I would have been very tempted to shoot him. But because I have a neighbor directly behind me, sorry, a squirrel just went by. I'm like, wait, is that the fox? I would worry that I might hurt someone, if I shot through the fox or shot through the fence into the neighbors. So anyway, but as I said, by the time I got back, Jolene was gone. I thought he had already carried her off. So like 3 hours later, guys, thank you, Lord, I found Jolene hiding on the deck underneath. She'd come to the door looking for her mom underneath my 4-foot square veggie pod. She lost a lot of feathers. I don't know whether that's from fear. I mean, there were feathers everywhere and still are. Her neck is fine. She's looking around. Her legs are fine. She's just not herself. She may just be traumatized. She may have internal injuries. So sorry about your chickens. Amazing. The fox climbed the fence. I couldn't believe it, guys. I think I'm still in shock. But for those of you who might have chickens that free range, one of the reasons I wanted to come on, I wanted to answer questions if y'all have any questions so that I don't have to keep talking about it, because obviously I cry. This is the season that they're having their babies. And so just be very mindful and know that, especially at dawn and dusk, I guess, is when they're the most active, because this was like 6 o'clock in the morning that it happened. And it was daylight, but it was still pretty dusky kind of a thing. So anyway, I don't know if Jolene has 9 lives or what. She's eating, she's drinking, she doesn't seem to be in pain. She lets me hold her. I've debated on putting a diaper on her and bringing her indoors to recover, but I'm afraid that will upset her more. What's also very interesting is all the other chickens um, look, they stand in the run and they look where that fox came. And normally, you all have heard how loud my chickens are. Normally, they're begging to get out. They don't want out. They're perfectly content in the run. That's why I think I'm going to spend another $2,000 on another big chicken coop setup. But it was just so traumatic. So I did bury Marigold, and I have to say this very carefully. I called the neighbor behind because I thought maybe the fox had dumped Jolene back there and let them know there was a fox. Well, they totally knew about the fox. And that really upsets me. I did call animal control. In case you guys ever run into this, animal control does not deal with wildlife, only like domesticated animals. You have to call 1-800-WILDLIFE. In this time of the year, they will do nothing to capture or relocate or trap or anything because they don't know if the animal has babies. So, you know, just some information. I never thought this would happen. I also, guys, found my compost bin has 2 locks and then a middle handle. It has been chewed and chewed and chewed and chewed and chewed. And it's very heavy plastic. Could be raccoons. It could be the fox. I'm not sure which it is. And somebody asked how rabbits are getting into my garden. I don't know, but now I'm wondering if it might be raccoons that are doing it. But most of my plants have pulled through since I bought some more. So I did film. I went to a local garden center. Let's see, the day before it happened, I guess. And then yesterday I planted what I bought. I bought some herbs and things like that, a few flowers. But my garden still looks awful and it needs weeded. But I filmed the garden center. I think that'll be interesting to you. And I'll have some garden stuff to show you on Saturday. So one of the things I did want to share with all of you, I completely understand, girl. I cry every time I have to dig a hole. They're like our kids. They have a sonic thing that's supposed to emit a sound. I read about that. Let me just say that my fellow chicken owners and I have a plan to trap. So it will be taken care of if it can be caught. You know, they can carry rabies. My neighbors on the other side have a little one that just learned to walk, and I don't know if it would try to carry a kid off, or a pet or a cat. It's just, it doesn't belong here. It needs to be out yonder. You know, it doesn't belong in town. And yeah, it doesn't. So I kind of lost my train of thought, guys. I hope you'll excuse. I've cried for this is the 3rd day. Oh, I know what I was going to say. So, shoot. This has not been the easiest last 12 consecutive months of my life. Next month is the 1-year anniversary of my mom's death. Sorry, guys, I kind of have the shakes. I didn't share on YouTube, but I lost a friend of 25 years that was a year younger than me to breast cancer. At the end of the year, I lost one of my most favorite uncles. They're all my favorites, or all were my favorites, but one of my last living uncles. And, you know, I thought it's hard to understand sometimes why we go through what we go through. And, you know, I don't know where I would be without my faith, without the Lord, without great friends like you all, and my in-person friends as well that have really been supportive and praying. I mean, I've got people praying for my chicken. That's pretty pretty nice to know, and I think you just have to remember that the Lord knows our feelings and he will not give you more than you can bear. But he must think I'm awfully strong. Oh goodness. You know, as attached as I get to things like chickens, maybe that wasn't a smart move on my part, but they have brought me so much joy. And I know that chickens don't live forever. I know Frankie's not going to live forever. And in exchange for all that joy, sometimes you have to say goodbye. So I hope Miss Marigold is clucking away with all of her fellow chickens and has all of the worms that she possibly could want to eat. Make sure you put something on top of the grave because they'll come back and dig it up. Yeah, that's taken care of. I have heard, and y'all may know more, reaching out to give you a huge hug, love, and prayers. Haven't been on. Oh, I'm so sorry, Diane. I'll be praying for your husband, seriously. My mind is all over the place, guys. I hope you'll excuse me, and I hope I'll feel more like videoing by tomorrow. But I do think that the days of just letting them free range probably not going to happen. I wouldn't mind letting them out when I'm here, but watching them, my yard's pretty big, and they like to play on the wood chip pile, and they like to go behind the shed, and I just don't want something to happen. And guys, believe me, it happened so quickly that by the time I saw what was going down, it was all over. So anyway, I appreciate each and every one of you so much. Some of you have even emailed me privately, and I appreciate that. And I know I had posted that Jolene was gone, and then I had to post that she wasn't gone after all. And people naturally have questions, and I'm happy to answer them. I thought, let me just get on and do this now so that I don't have to continuously explain. And it's not that I mind. I'm not being critical of any of you all. I would have questions too. So hopefully, I mean, I know they're secure and the fox can't get them in the run, but it's kind of a challenge because it's only 4 foot high, and I keep having to move their food and water. I did want to say also, Jolene laid an egg yesterday, and I know it was from stress. It was like her regular beige egg on one end. The other end was white, and like it didn't form the full shell. So, but the first thing she did was go eat and drink, and she was eating treats this morning. It's just she kind of wants to lay down. Her wings don't seem to be broken. I think I think it knocked her out, or she fell over from fear, and she woke up and hid before the fox could get back to her. So if you all would just pray for Jolene, I really would appreciate it. I'll be fine. I'm just tenderhearted, and I hate to see any animal suffer, and I hate to see the fox dispatched. That's what we're going to call it. But it could even be rabid, I don't know. So if you have any ideas, guys, about deterrence, since, I mean, it was a pretty good sized fox. It was like the size of a small collie, I would say. Pretty as can be. Meaner than a dog, but anyway, please let me know. I will check into that frequency thing. Again, I'm not going to shoot it because, it's one thing to lose a chicken. It's another to have to write to you all for bail money because I shot somebody by accident, with a stray bullet. So I'm not going to do that. Thank you, Kathy, for your prayers. I just hope that, I mean, I don't care if Jolene ever lays another egg, but y'all know she's my favorite. If you didn't know, you know now. And the other thing I'm very grateful for is I had a chicken sitter while I was at my son's. And even though they were in the run, the doors were latched together and that fox could have gotten in there and hurt them all, which would have been very traumatic to the youngster who was doing my chicken sitting. So I'm going to work today. It's been raining and raining and raining. We got 1.25 inches of rain last night. I'm going to sit here and work on Legos, and I'm not going to stress myself to do too much. I also have something new for my garden, a weather station that I'll be installing, and I'll share that with you as well on Saturday's video. So again, I just thank you so much. You guys are so faithful, and I know better things are coming. It's just not been the easiest year of my life. That's for sure. Oh my goodness, there is a squirrel right there mocking me. Hold on just a minute, because they dig up my, what you call it? You get away, you nasty squirrel. Y'all. And to top it all off, I have a dentist appointment next week to get my teeth deep cleaned because I've got some gum disease, so that ought to be a lot of fun too. But appreciate your prayers, appreciate each and every one of you, and I plan to see you all on Saturday. I may not do a lot of filming of my girls just because they're so goosey right now, but the other thing, I see if I talk long enough, I'll remember. I spoke with the company that I purchased the 3 chickens from, and I ordered them January 23rd. I knew that they wouldn't be here, for quite some time, but they have, it's kind of first come, first serve, and they have to see if they get hens or roosters or whatsoever. So my 3 girls should be here before the end of this month, if all goes well. So before Memorial Day. So I'm hoping that the little coop is secure too, the one that I built, but I'm hoping that I can get them all in together pretty quickly. The reason I don't like them locked in just the run is they can't lay in the laying boxes. They can't get to them. And I don't want to keep them in just the little coop. So I'm hoping we can just build 2 big coops together with one external door so they can, goof off at will. And I'm going to be making them some greens and some different things that they like to eat in addition to their regular food. So maybe that'll help calm their nerves and mine too. All right, guys, I will see you all on Saturday. Until then, again, thank you. And I hope you are well, healthy, blessed, that you don't have fox and your chickens are secure. Prayers for you and your family. You're a wonderful lady. Oh, thank you so much. So let's see. Is that the house of Joseph and Maria? My Espanol's a little bit weak. Oh, hi, Michelle. All right, guys. Thanks again. Sorry about the way I look. Kind of getting used to this no makeup stuff. But when I cry, my lash extensions stick together and it's not very attractive. Okay, guys, I will let you go now, and I will see you all day after tomorrow. If you do me a big favor, smash the like button on your way out. All right, guys. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'm happy to answer. All right, guys, take care.